The idea came quietly, almost timidly, on a night when the house was finally still. Rain tapped gently against the window, the same rhythm Lila had grown used to listening to when she prayed alone. Noah was asleep in his bed, one arm flung over his pillow, his soft breathing steady and calm. John sat across from her at the small kitchen table, a mug of tea cooling between his hands, his eyes thoughtful in a way she had come to recognize. What if we didn't do this here? Do what? The wedding? Her heart skipped, not from fear, but from the weight of possibility. She had imagined many things since saying yes to John's proposal. None of them had been easy. Every plan, every step forward, seemed to awaken another challenge from Micah's family, another layer of scrutiny, another thinly veiled threat. What if we went somewhere that feels safe, somewhere that feels like you? She didn't need him to explain. The Caribbean lived in her bones. You mean, back home, to get married, just us, your family, Noah. Her chest tightened, tears stinging her eyes, not from fear this time, but from relief. The thought felt like oxygen. But relief never came alone in Lila's life anymore. It came with consequences. The moment she spoke the words aloud, "We're thinking of getting married in the Caribbean this fall," the silence on the other end of the phone was deafening. Micah didn't respond right away. She could hear him breathing, slow and deliberate, the way he did when he was deciding whether to retreat or react. And then, he asked, "And Noah?" Lila answered, "Yes, he'll be with me." "You already know my mother won't like this," Lila replied. "Micah, this isn't about what she likes," Micah said. "She'll say you're taking him away again." Lila insisted, "I'm not taking him away. I'm taking him to my wedding. He's my son." "I'll have to talk to them. Them, always them." When the call ended, Lila sat motionless for a long time, phone still pressed to her ear, bracing herself for the storm she knew was coming. John never interfered, not directly, but Lila could see the toll it took on him. There were moments when Micah's family would show up unexpectedly during Noah's weekends, their presence lingering even when they weren't physically there. Snide remarks passed through Noah like whispers he didn't fully understand, but repeated anyway. "Grandma says you don't listen to rules." "And what do you think, sweetheart? I think you pray a lot." "I don't want to be the reason they make things harder for you. You're not, but I am part of it now. You're part of us." Still, she knew he carried the weight quietly, the way he was watched when he attended church with her, the way Micah's mother stared at him during exchanges, the way his presence seemed to ignite suspicion instead of reassurance. Yet through it all, John never wavered. Noah, now 4 years old, was no longer the fragile toddler caught between adult conflicts he couldn't name. He was observant, articulate in his own way, and deeply attached to both Lila and John. John taught him how to ride a bike in the park, jogging alongside him, laughing when Noah veered wildly off course. He listened patiently to Noah's endless questions, built towers of blocks on the living room floor, and prayed with him at night. "Are you gonna be my dad?" John said. "I'll always be here for you." And Noah just replied, "Okay." "I don't want to replace anyone, but I want to be someone he feels safe with," Lila said. "You already are." And that honestly scared Micah's family more than anything. The first message came from Micah's mother. "We need to talk. You are making reckless decisions again. Taking Noah out of the country for a wedding is inappropriate. You're putting your personal desires above his stability." The word again burned. "They think you're trying to alienate him. I'm not. I'm trying to live. They want guarantees." About what? That you'll bring him back. As if I haven't already proven that. Still, she prepared documentation, travel consent forms, return tickets, and letters from her lawyer. She wasn't naive anymore, but, preparation didn't stop the whispers. At church, at daycare, even through the lawyer again, another friendly warning. They're watching closely. On nights when the pressure felt unbearable, Lila leaned into John's steadiness. You're allowed joy, even if it makes other people uncomfortable. There were moments she questioned herself. Am I pushing too hard? Am I risking too much? But then, she would watch Noah laugh in the backyard, chase bubbles, and climb onto John's shoulders without a hint of fear. And she just knew. This was not recklessness. This was life. As summer faded into autumn, wedding plans moved forward quietly. Her family in the Caribbean welcomed the news with celebration and prayer. Dresses were discussed, food was planned, hymns were chosen. Meanwhile, tension tightened back home. Micah's mother insisted on being informed of every detail. Micah grew increasingly withdrawn, caught between boundaries he didn't know how to enforce, and expectations he just couldn't escape. I think maybe this is good for you. For Noah too. He seems happy. It was the closest thing to support she had received, and she held on to it cautiously, knowing how quickly it could disappear. As the wedding drew closer, one truth became painfully clear. Peace was temporary. There were just too many unresolved wounds, too many people honestly invested in controlling the narrative of Lila's life. And yet, for the first time, she wasn't walking alone. She stood in the doorway one night, just watching John read Noah a bedtime story, their heads bent together, their laughter soft. Her heart swelled with both hope and fear. This is worth fighting for, she thought. But somewhere beyond the walls of her small home, resentment simmered. Plans were being questioned, motives were being scrutinized, and fall was coming fast. Lila didn't know what would happen next, but she knew this. She would walk toward her future, not away from it, even if the storm followed her all the way to the altar. To be continued.